What's up? How you doing? I want to talk about boundaries, the different types, of course. It's important to me. I had to learn the hard way that no matter how hard boundaries were trying to be created in my household when I was growing up, you cannot have boundaries when you have a substance abuse user or an alcoholic in the home. It is a wrap on a boundary. Hmm? What are personal boundaries to you? Let's start with physical boundaries. Refer to personal space and physical touch. Healthy physical boundaries include an awareness of what's appropriate and what's not. In various settings and types of relationships, hug, shake hands, or kiss, for example. Physical boundaries may be violated if someone touches you when you don't want them to touch you, or when they invade your personal space, for example, rampaging through your bedroom. Unfortunately, that has been a boundary that was crossed when it comes to me by what predators, little boys when I was younger, certain family members, my father. It's just, it gets on my nerves. But this is my story, and I'm finna tell it. And just for those that gossiped about me, I don't need you to tell my story. I know how to stand on business. The question is, do you? Do you want to talk about the things that you've done in the past? Can you stand on business? Think about it. Intellectual boundaries. Refer to thoughts and ideas, people. Healthy intellectual boundaries include respect for others' ideas and an awareness of appropriate discussion. For example, should we talk about the weather or politics? Intellectual boundaries are violated when someone dismisses or belittles another person's ideas or thoughts. Do you know how often that happened to me when I was growing up? My father, number one. Most of the time, my mother would have my thoughts. My siblings would, especially like my brother, if I talked to him. My younger sibling, I was very close with her. But I wind up having like an envy towards her because I perceived that our father liked her better. I never hit her or pushed her. I would often tease her, but she was a very happy child. My sister. What's up, Bianca? I noticed you come over here and watch some of my videos. Sorry, boo. Yeah, loved her to death. But what I didn't know back then that I know right now, and I'll speak directly to you, Bianca, I couldn't handle your happiness because I couldn't understand why I wasn't feeling happy or accepted. But unfortunately, our father had a lot to do with that. I know you don't agree with me. I know you called me out my name and you feel like I brought a lot on myself, but it's so much you don't understand. It's so much you don't understand. And I was willing to teach you, but you weren't ready, and I was disrespectful for bringing you down a trauma path of unpackaging it without asking. So my apologies. But I'll be damned if I'm going to keep the trauma bond we have. I'm cool on that. It's either healthy or I don't want it. Respectfully. But yeah, I was envious. You were doing well functionality wise, cognitively in school. You were making grades. You was able to keep focus. There's certain things you could do that I could not understand how I struggled. Keep in mind, I didn't know I had ADHD, let alone trauma. Thanks, Dad. And then thanks, life. So with all of those things, and then I became oppositional. And then I have that trait where I could be sociopathic, not a psychopath, sociopathic, where I'll laugh at people's pain and find it funny. Yeah, and my father is like that. So he would validate that behavior. And then my mother was an empath, where she like, you treat people how you want them to treat you. If you hit them, would you like that? See, they're two different parenting styles, often clashing. See, we were a victim to what our father was doing in the house. This is what you didn't understand, especially as the youngest. So I challenge you to do a little research. Don't be so stagnant with your growth. Don't assume that everything you know is all you need to know. We always learn and always can learn. The question is, will you? Emotional boundaries refer to thoughts and ideas. No, my mistake. Emotional boundaries refer to a person's feelings. That's what it refers to. Healthy emotional boundaries include limitations on when to share and when not to share personal information. For example, gradually sharing personal information during the development of a relationship, as opposed to revealing everything to someone and everyone. Emotional boundaries are violated when someone criticizes, belittles, or invalidates another person's feelings. All day long, this was going on in my family. Are you kidding me? There was no emotional boundaries, not the way that it needed to be. And I wound up taking a lot of my father's behavior, just learned behavior watching this man. I didn't understand a lot. And when I would ask certain questions, he'd use intimidation or he would be physical with me. So a lot of times, and a lot of the times, he would belittle my mother, which got under my entire skin. Belittle her and make like we're his kids, not hers. So the confusion was real. And I was the oldest with all these challenges going unnoticed because no one knew what he did with me, what he done to me, how he trained me. Not even my siblings knew. And I didn't realize that then. Oh, but I know it now. I done been through psychosocial therapy. I didn't unpack some things I didn't even know needed to be unpacked. And when I tell you, baby, the panic attack was real, it was real. So I'm going to stop at emotional boundaries. But I'm going to come back and get into some more boundaries. You see how the trickle down happens? When you ain't on point as a parent, when you take in raising children as a joke, rather you're biological, a foster parent, adoptive parent, doesn't matter. The job should be taken seriously. All these kids being abused that I be seeing on the gram, when I tell you that need to stop, it needs to stop. Y'all lucky I ain't the feds, cause I'm about that life. I am not the one. I already have challenges when it comes to certain things that I seen done unjust in my family that I haven't talked about. I'm simply still waiting for people with courage to reach out to me so we can have a sit down. But no one wants to be revealed. So I can only imagine how they looking at me as I reveal myself. Yeah, it's called accountability. You should get some. It's too bad I can't bottle it up and just splash it in people's face. Grow up. Grow up, and change is needed, or else we are going to be damned to repeat this terrible history, let alone abuse and neglect amongst the family tree. It ain't cute. It ain't funny. I'm over it. I'm ready for the new world. High vibrational, unity, healthy eating, growing our own food, thriving communities, governing the self. What you know about that life? Change is coming, people. Are you a part of it? The solution? Or are you stuck being the problem? Learn who you are and how you show up. I wish I would have did this years ago. I wouldn't have been embarrassed as much as I have been over the years, taken as a joke as I've been over the years. But I'm here for it. So if you want to talk, you know how to reach out to me. I'm waiting and I've been ready. Don't be intimidated. I don't bite. Unless I need to.